I would like to say a couple words by Negeh to Aguch Siddur Chabad that I found in a letter written by the Rashag, printed in Hakriya V'Akdusha. Hakriya V'Akdusha was officially published in the 40s, and it was published by Agudas Siddur Chabad. It was published, and it had Maimorim from the Rebbe, and it had articles on Chabad, many articles had different names. It was not real names, Rav Meir, or what should I say, Ben Yisrael. There was sometimes, there's an article there of Rav Tulushkin. So on Shvat, the month of 1941, the periodical from Akira Kedusha, you could read it yourself, the article. So the Rashag is writing an article, the Badaitung from the Agudas Siddur Chabad Weltorganisation. What does it mean, the Chabad organization? And he says in this article that the Chabad organization starts from the Alter Rebbe, and every Rebbe took lead, and through this organization, whatever they needed, the tzavasho, whatever, when they needed money for shuls, when they needed money to help the klal and the individuals, and it was enough that the Rebbe said something, and the Chassidim made it happen. Later, they had a need to collect dues, and he says there that the Alter Rebbe was very organized, and if he needed for something to collect money, whether it's I'm saying for Israel or for shuls, and basically that Chassidim were not comfortable and were not able to daven with the Misnagdim and other places, so they couldn't do their minhagim. So this was the tafkid of Agudas Siddur Chabad, basically, that he says is basically since the Alter Rebbe started, that to open up shuls for them and strengthen them. That was their tafkid. And he says that before they didn't call it in a formal name, but this was the tafkid from the organization. It didn't have to be formal. Now in America, when they came, they had to make it formal. In America, you make a corporation and this and that. They made these things formal, and it's their tafkid to strengthen Yiddishkeit and Chassidishkeit, and so on and so forth. And in the middle of middle of this letter, he says something very interesting. He says that there were certain individuals oft die Süß gekommen zu kämpfen von ihm wenig euch. That there was not only struggles from the outside, there was struggles from the inside. Wenn zum Beispiel gewisse Yechidim kriegen ein Monopol von Einmann und Steuerung, die bewusste Korruption, I think some type of corruption payment or something, that certain individuals took advantage of this organization, and they not only didn't use it for what it was meant to help others, they themselves line their pockets. Und pflegen dabei profitieren und unterdrücken den Moreman. They profited from it by taking from the poor. Dann ist der Rebbe Aruis mit der Rirrende Azhore, als kein Jochet oder die Chidim so wegen das zu tun. The Rebbe came out with a very strong proclamation, whatever you call it, that no individual or individuals, more than one individual, should not even attempt to do something like this. Und hat gefordert, als Kehila allein soll lieber nehmen die Arbeit und non finden sie mit Yesher und Rachmim. That the community itself should take it over, and they should continue on with it, with Yesher, to be straight and with kindness. In other words, to make it very simple, here in Crown Heights, in Lubavitch, we don't need Agudas Siddur Chabad to build for us a shul. Especially after all these years, they didn't let us build. Here in Crown Heights, we have a big enough community and enough people, and also Chassidim in the whole world will contribute to build the shul and to broaden the shul and to do everything with that to do. And if they want to help, he says in the middle of the letter, it expanded and broadened to the whole world. I go to Siddur Chabad. There's other places they can help found. Like, for example, there were many, many shuls who went out of business in the Bronx and in East New York, and they gave it to Agudas Siddur Chabad. There's a lot more, many shuls written on the name of Agudas Siddur Chabad. It has involved millions of dollars. I know one younger man who's in the Bronx that Krinsky took him out to it was all dilapidated shul and the house next to it, and he built it over and he built a community, and that shul was given to the Chabad because they didn't want to hold it anymore. So instead of selling it to Goyim, unfortunately, we know what happened in East New York and all these places where hundreds and hundreds of shuls were sold out to churches, Rahman al-Islam, and who knows who took the money and what happened to it, but that's not my business. My business is to say that there's many, many donations that people give, properties and Yerushas to organizations like Kohos or Agudas Siddur Chabad, and who knows where all these buildings and money are. Some they gave over to their children, and the children sold it and made millions. We know that for a fact. But this is their business. They can do whatever they do with the money they got from Yerushas and the nations and so on. So it's not our business. But here in 770 in Crown Heights, not only we don't need them, we have to get rid of them. Just like he says over here, certain individuals who are taking advantage of the poor people and for the call for the general call. Read the letter in Akriya Vagdusha. I don't have to even interpret anything. And this is the case over here. The community has to take it over. The community has to run it. The community has to build it. And they made us trouble all this time. They should not have a hand and foot in it at all, even as a compromise. They should be out of there. It doesn't belong to them. It belongs to the community, and it's meant to even the kollel around it, even all of it should be for 770, like the Rebbe said. You want, build on top offices. We need 3-4 Viber shuls because there's not enough places for the ladies. And the bottom line is, people are getting almost killed over here on Rosh Hashanah and Yom Kippur, where thousands of people come. You can't even breathe. The old people for sure can't go in, and even the young people. Every year is a nest that somebody doesn't get killed. So this is by the charter, written by the magazine of Agudas Siddur Chabad. It tells you exactly what its purpose is. So please put pressure on whoever can that they should not be involved anymore. We could appoint committees, and we could take the shul, and we could build it, and we could make it, and we could enhance our community. We don't need them. Let them go where others are not there, and let them at least not mix into places that don't want them and don't need them. It became a machla today that so many shluchim and official people in official capacity don't let anybody else do. The Rebbe said anyone could be a shliach. Somebody can appoint someone for a shliach, or they can appoint himself for a shliach. There's not enough shluchim. There could be another thousands of shluchim, and they save it for their own families and for their own pockets and for their own wealth. This has to stop, or else go somewhere else, but not in this community. Our community doubled, tripled, and we need to. We could take care of ourselves of all these things. We need to have fair elections. These gaboim and the shul, the Rebbe also was miyasid it. He said, "I'll pay ani mikol hasakai. I will stop everything. I will see that there will be elections." Why wasn't there elections for when it was supposed to be elections? I don't know, but there has to be elections for gaboim, for a rav, for vadakol. Enough already with this individuals running us into the ground. Enough. Thank you.